cold email game is no longer just about who can write the best copy or set up the infrastructure the fastest. It's also about who can survive the longest. Google and Microsoft catches new automation filters, certain warm-up methods get patched, and most importantly, infrastructure burns. But it doesn't have to be that way. There's a method that can keep you 5 steps ahead of Gmail and Outlook changes and 10 steps ahead of your competition. A method that was inspired by one of the best investors in the world, Warren Buffett. And in the next few minutes, I'll share exactly what this method is and how you can use it to save thousands of dollars in burned cold email infrastructure as well as increase your deliverability rate. So let's begin. Before I reveal the method, let's talk about the main issue, deliverability and infrastructure. Again and again, I notice people discussing deliverability issues and going to spam, Reddit threads, LinkedIn posts. This happens daily. People spend hundreds of dollars on domains and mailboxes only to have them burn and become completely worthless in a month. And while a lot of this depends on you following the best email sending practices, it's not always your fault. With new filter system that catches people doing artificial warm-up and flags them. Sometimes your email validation software slips up and you end up reaching out to invalid mailboxes. Or sometimes we humans just do goofball stuff, send a few spam words or forget spin tags, and boom, your mailbox reputation suffers, domains go to trash, and your whole infrastructure is worthless. But as I said in the beginning, there's a way to combat this by following Warren Buffett's advice. It may be confusing what Warren Buffett has to do with cold email, but let me explain. Warren Buffett always talks about diversification, the action of diversifying something or the fact of becoming more diverse. Warren Buffett says that by diversifying or buying different stocks, you reduce the risk of losing your investment. And this is no financial advice, but this strategy works the same in cold email, especially the ESPs. You see, there are 3 types of ESP registrars or servers: shared, private, and mainstream ESPs like Gmail and Outlook. They're also shared. If you focus on one type of registrar, one change by Microsoft could ruin everything for you. For example, if all you have are Outlook mailboxes and Microsoft says, okay, new domains younger than a year will be restricted. If that happens and all you have are Microsoft mailboxes, you're done. That's why we want to diversify. We want to split our infrastructure across different types and different providers to reduce the risk of losing everything at once. You see, we, Salesforge, are a cold email sending platform, which means we have access to information that no one else has. And what we found, the people with the most success in cold email usually use 2 to 4 different infrastructure providers. This way they decrease the burn rate and increase deliverability, and it's super simple to do. All you want to do is, instead of setting up your infrastructure on one provider, do it on 3 or 4. Now you may think this would increase your cost by a ton, but no, I wouldn't be me if I wouldn't have found a quick and affordable way to set up your infrastructure across 4 different registrars in minutes. The type of infrastructure you set up depends on your expertise and targeted audience. If you're targeting broad audiences and sensitive industries, you should use Salesforge and PrimeForge combo. Salesforge offers shared infrastructure, meaning you can experiment and fail, and you won't burn your infrastructure as easily. And PrimeForge, well, it's Google Workspace and Microsoft 365 mailboxes set up for cold email, so the deliverability is flawless. And since these tools are built for everyone, the setup requires no prior cold email knowledge, and it only takes 5 minutes to create and export mailboxes. Now for experienced cold emailers, I suggest InfraForge and PrimeForge combo. InfraForge offers private infrastructure with extra dedicated IPs if needed. This means you can obey your own cold email sending limits. You're in control of your infrastructure and no one else will influence your deliverability. Basically, you're doing good, so you're betting on yourself. Pair this with Google and Microsoft mailboxes and you have an infrastructure that will never go down. Of course, that's only true if you follow the best email sending practices. That's why this video should be the one you view next.